Tamara, because we had you on and talked about the shutdown in real time, here's one view of how it went over. Let's just say in America to the west of Washington, D.C., Salt Lake Tribune, 54% in a poll would not vote to reelect Donald Trump. Now, usual caveats, 2 years out, early yet, no identified specific Democratic candidate. But they don't get much redder than Utah, and that number does get your attention.
Though Utah is a unique state in that it has a large immigrant population and has sort of different views on immigration than other deep red states. So that might be affecting it. As you saw in Utah, Mia Love, the Republican congresswoman, ended up losing in the midterms, which was one of those more surprising results. But this is not a great time for President Trump. His approval ratings in any number of polls are not where he would like them to be. And, you know, the reality is that we're sort of in this lull, in this time of uncertainty between the longest government shutdown in U.S. history and what comes next. And it's not clear what will happen. President Trump, many of his allies even will say he lost round one. And now there's this period of time waiting to see what happens in round two. And whether he is able to hold on to his base is really critically important to him. He's always been super focused on his base and folks in those red states. And it's not clear if round two doesn't go much better than round one in terms of the wall actually being built, what will happen for him.
And Franco, as Tamara correctly points out, as we enter this kind of phase two, we also have a preoccupation to our south. And I don't mean to call for a judgment on your part, but what is the latest thinking about what this administration is going to do about the situation in Venezuela? There was this famous moment today. You have to be careful what's written on anything that's on your person in the era of digital photography. Bolton, National Security Advisor, in the, I'm sorry? Oh, this was Monday, in the briefing room with a legal pad mentioning 5,000 troops to Colombia on the border?
Yes. It's, you know, what's happening in Venezuela is pretty incredible. And the president and the Trump administration has been pushing so hard on this issue, trying to help install a new interim government to overthrow Maduro. You know, we're reporting that this has been going, you know, very quickly. Some in the administration are questioning how quickly it's going, actually. But it's very interesting to watch because while Trump has a lot of detractors, actually he has gotten a lot of support from the international community as well as the administration, bipartisan support on this issue. However, that rollout on Monday of the oil sanctions has raised a few eyebrows because some were very concerned that maybe now is not the time to do that. It could cause more problems, more humanitarian issues, and essentially they don't want to cause or create another Cuba-like scenario where we have an adversary for another 60 years like them.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.